Got inspired by the Diaz brothers over there. Might have to smoke fight week too.
What up, maniacs? Shakiel Mahjouri here, and you know who this is. He trades jabs and takes dabs. Kenney, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Can't complain. Enjoying the day.
Yeah, hey man, I've been seeing your Instagram posts. That Dr. Dab device looks amazing, and quite honestly, a lot more than what I could handle.
Yeah, been a Dr. Dabber for years, and finally got to try out the devices, and they're great, man. I can't complain. The new switch that I just got does flour and oil, so
Amazing.
no more oil for me for about a month out for a fight. Just flour, and it's all coming down to a close now.
So I know I don't know what the rules are with the Texas Commission, but with the Athletic Commission saying, I don't know if it was the Athletic Commission or USADA saying they're not going to be testing at all for marijuana anymore. Is that something that you can just now do freely, or is it an issue for this upcoming fight?
Actually, I'll have to follow the Texas rules as well, which is like a normal 50 nanogram drug test. For a long time, USADA was 150, which is triple that, and then basically USADA took it off, but we're still subject to fines, a win being a no contest, that type of thing. Whatever state you have to abide by whatever state you're in, pretty much.
Right, well, a month.
Right, man. It's coming to a close for me for this camp, and that's all right. Even without getting tested for it, I probably still wouldn't be smoking fight week.
Gotcha. Well, leave something good for the post-fight celebration, right?
Yeah, exactly. But who knows, man? Got inspired by the Diaz brothers over there. Might have to smoke fight week too.
I love it. Get a little CBD there. You'll be safe.
Right.
So the Texas Commission is renowned for their less than stellar judging. I know you trained a little bit with Kyler Phillips.
Uh-huh.
How bad were the judges at UFC Vegas 32?
I mean, man, judging's not the best anywhere right now. I'll say that, but after rewatching the fights, I get where they were trying to go, but you shouldn't have to kind of get there. Like, they should have a pretty set,
yeah,
who wins, who loses type thing. If it's something within the rules or the unify or whatever, the judges handbook, whatever they use, I don't know what they use if they have one, but just looking at the names, they got the same names from almost 10 years ago in there. So maybe try someone new would be a good start. But who knows?
Yeah, and well, there were far more controversial decisions on the card than the main event. I think basically everyone and their cat thought that Miranda Maverick beat Aspen Ladd. Well, most people had Kyler Phillips winning his fight against Paiva. A lot of people had it 48-47 Cory Sandhagen in the main event, but it wasn't robbery territory in a lot of other people's eyes. Being in the bantamweight division, what did you make of TJ Dillashaw's return? I thought for a 2-year layoff, he looked amazing.
Yeah, I thought he looked great. I thought he won the fight on the judges' scorecard. I think Cory explained it pretty well. Like, he obviously won the damage fight, but just the way fights are scored, the control, the body lock, I thought TJ, I did have it 2-2 going into the fifth. And then, TJ kind of secured the body lock a little bit more in the fifth. Like I said, I don't think that's anything to do with the type of the actual judge, but that would be something that needs to be changed overall for how you judge a fight. Like, for me, a fist fight, the damage Cory did was way more effective and, scored more in a fight in my eyes than the body locks that TJ had. But, that's just the way a fight's scored right now. But it was impressive, man. It was an impressive performance from TJ.
Do you think he should get the next title shot?
I think so. I'd like to see him and Jan fight. And then if Sterling's kind of waiting, the winner fights Sterling. But I think they're kind of booking Sterling, Jan, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't think a date is set, but there's rumor about when it's going to be. And I mean, especially considering how Sterling won the title, I think they're pretty eager to get Jan back in there.
Yeah, exactly. I think whether they run Jan and Sterling or TJ and Jan, I think TJ has the next title shot.
Can we talk a little bit about the Dominick Cruz fight?
Of course.
Of course. looking back on it,
Mhm.
how do you think, you might have a little bit more, at least, if not direct insight, a bit of a sense about it. How do you think the loss of Dominick sort of affected your position in the bantamweight division in the UFC's eyes? Because I think Song Yadong on the main card of a pay-per-view is actually a very nice follow-up
Right.
fight. Sometimes with the legends, it can be taken two ways. It's either like, wow, you can't beat the legend, or wow, the legend still looks really good. And I think in a lot of people's eyes, this was a case of people saying, no, you know what, Dominick Cruz can still hang and he's still a top guy. Looking back on it, was that losing that fight a huge opportunity missed, or is it something that you think you can work back from relatively fast?
Yeah, I definitely think I can work back from it. One of the judges gave me the nod in that fight. Uh, Overall, you know, it was a pretty good performance. So nothing to knock there, but I'm kind of in a position where I could fight about anybody right now. I get Song. I could probably work my way back into the top 15, or I could get an up and comer. I like being in that position. It gives you a lot of options. Normally can get a lot of fights in. Obviously, if I would have won the Dominick Cruz fight, I kind of get in that top 10, top 15 realm where I'm picking those guys off. Obviously, want to be in that little realm, but just turned 30. I'm here for a long time, and one spectacular finish, definitely two gets me right back in the mix.
Certainly, and you are. I was looking at MMA decisions today, just trying to reflect on that fight. You'll be happy to know that you're looking at the sole MMA media member who scored a 29-28 Casey. So,
all right, You're my man.
Here.
You're my man. You're my
100%.
man.
What surprised you most about the Dominick fight? Did it go the way you were expecting in terms of the challenge he was going to present?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much a Dominick Cruz fight. The wild card in that fight was the slippery mats. It was hard finding my footing in that first round. Kind of threw my game plan off a little bit, but as far as like the Dominick Cruz himself, he was crafty. He was hard to hit. He shot up some bunch of takedowns. His punches, he landed some stuff, but they weren't super hard. I knew that was kind of going to be the case anyways. He's always been like that. He's going to land some stuff, but not super damaging. So it was pretty much how I thought it was going to go, man. The one way that I could lose the fight was giving up a takedown, which I did in the third. But, I didn't think he was going to come out and, have a chance to submit me or knock me out, that type of thing. So went pretty much as planned, besides me winning and, a little slippery there at the beginning.
What can you attribute? Do you know why the mat was so slippery in that fight?
I'm not exactly sure. I think Sterling had said something about it. Just kind of got to roll with the punches. We were on the same mat there, but
yeah.
it seemed really dry.
Is it the humidity in the room or something, or was it the fight before?
Well, those canvases, when you pour water on them, they have a better grip, and it was extremely dry. Like the first thing I did was pour a whole bottle of water on the mat when I got in, because I noticed it right away that I don't know if they sprayed something on it with COVID or the lighting. Just the canvas was extremely dry. When those canvases are dry, they're a little slippery. So you throw water on them. Like you ever watched anyone pour a little bit of water and then wipe?
Yeah, I never understood what they were doing.
So yeah, that particular material it gets stickier when you pour water on it. The wetter it gets, so when there's blood and there's sweat, it's not slippery all the time like a vinyl. It's an actual real canvas. It kind of soaks in. So
okay, thanks for the tidbit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fight you have coming up. You're taking on Song Yadong here. When you examine yourself and your opponent, what is the biggest advantage each of you possesses in this fight?
Man, I think I'm a more complete fighter than him. Obviously we both like to meet in the middle and throw down. But I think that's, his pretty much his game. If he doesn't hit you with a big punch, he seems to struggle in the fights with takedowns, that type of thing. Not saying that he's not well-rounded, but I think I'm a little better in certain areas than him.
Okay. You mentioned it on Twitter. Houston, Texas, the ground zero of the 75K bonus. Yeah. Dana White seems to be opening up to them a little more frequently now. Do we know for sure if we're going to get a 75K bonus on this card?
I have no idea. I'm definitely going to be asking about it. They continued that on the McGregor card, so maybe they're going to do pay-per-views from now on out, from here on out. But we'll see, man. I'm definitely going to have to raise my hand and ask about that one.
Hey, no shame. Early bird gets the worm. You mentioned, I think we did an interview about a year ago, and you mentioned taking your performance bonus, maybe buying your mom a car for Christmas. Any insight on what 75K might go towards?
Mom did get a car for Christmas last Christmas. So
what did she get?
She got a brand new 2020 Buick Encore.
Amazing.
Yep. So she did get the Christmas car, but might have to invest this one. Might have to invest this next bonus. Got to stack some money in 2020, and trying to figure out what to do with it exactly. But it should be a good year, man. We'll see where this. Definitely could still use a 75K bonus, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. Sow the seeds, reap the rewards later, right?
Yeah.
All right, Casey, Kenney, thank you so much for your time today. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit subscribe, tap the notification bell, thumbs up on the video. Let us know. Casey Kenney comes home with a win against Song Yadong. Who do you want to see him fight next? Casey, man, I appreciate your time as always. It's a real pleasure talking to you. Best of luck on the fight, and I'm sure we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for your time as well. Always a pleasure.